What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Panicos Gaming, and we're back to breeding for shiny Alolan Diglett, so let's get right into it. Would you believe that I don't have a... God damn it. I don't know what it is. Every time if I look away from the screen at all, I will automatically beeline into NPCs. I don't understand it. But yeah, surprisingly enough, don't have much time today, but we'll go for about an hour. Oh, right, we need to do this. That would be helpful. Yeah, we'll go for an hour, or like, until we get the shiny. I'll finish whatever box I'm on, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get it. We're over odds by a good bit now. Alright, and back off we go. Yeah, just trying to think, was there anything? I don't know if there's, oh, they revealed a new Pokemon, which, okay. I don't really care that much. I honestly would have rather been surprised by it, so thanks, I guess, the Pokemon Company. But yeah, there's a new, like, conversion evolution for Poltegeist. I don't know why they're doing so much shit for Gen 8 Pokemon. It's like, I actually would really prefer if they did more older Pokemon, maybe? But yeah, instead of being like normal tea, it's like matcha tea or whatever. Like, it's a cool idea, I would have rather been surprised by it coming out, and then also, like, also would have rathered it be a earlier generation Pokemon. Because now we have Applin getting a new evolution, Duraludon getting an evolution, and Sinistea getting, like, a spin-off. All of which are Gen 8 Pokemon. I'm just like, guys, can we anything? Anything else, please? But yeah, that got announced. There's the Pokemon Go Global Fest, or whatever the hell it's called, this weekend. Still need to actually, like, buy the ticket thing for that. Still not happy about needing to buy anything to get, fucking, what is it, Deancey? But oh well, it is what it is, and I'm gonna do it anyways, so I guess I really can't complain too much. But then, other than that, I don't know if there's been any news in the last couple of days. I could probably load up Cerebi in a second here. I probably should do that, actually. Yep, there we go. Not an NPC, but it was a light post. Oh, apparently there's some sort of announcement for no? Oh, it's just more icons, okay. Whatever. More profile icons. But yeah, I don't think there's been anything else other than that. Alright, whatever. Don't care that much. But yeah, I did order more Pokemon cards on Monday night, so... What up, Jed? Want a Paradox Bidoof form? That could be pretty funny, I feel like. Especially if they just lean into the Bidoof being God joke. I don't know why the bot the stream elements bot has not been like posting. It doesn't really matter because literally all it does is it posts a message when I go live in chat. But like if you're in chat, then you know that doesn't matter already. But still makes me wonder if something's broken or whatever. I haven't changed anything, so it wouldn't be on my end. But yeah, I got some new Pokemon cards ordered. I didn't realize until I was like in the process of actually ordering them that TCG player takes a really long time to ship shit. Or I guess it might not be necessarily TCG player. It's it could be like the individual sellers, but either way, it's like fucking 2 weeks for shipping. Like what? It's 2023. How is it still taking 2 weeks to ship something within the same country, guys? Really miss Shiny Hunting in PLA. Yeah, PLA was great. This game would have been close to as good, at least, if, you know, there was any way to know if there was a shiny around you. Because just running around to do something and then hearing the shiny effect go off and just like stopping instantly, just like, okay, where is it? Like, that was great. Might get it sooner. I kind of figured it's probably going to get here quicker than 2 weeks. They just really, they really underpromise, which I guess is fine. Also, it's going through USPS, so it could very well actually take that long too. At least I think it was going through USPS. I'd have to double check. But, so one of the things I wanted to get, because main thing was I wanted to get the other 2 Pokeball tins that I'm missing. And then I was trying to get a Zacian box, the Crown Zenith one with the shiny Zacian. For some reason, if you search Zacian on TCG Player, the first one that pops up is the Zamazenta box. And I wasn't paying attention and I clicked on that. So I will now have 2 shiny Zamazenta cards and like all the little statue thing and the pin for that. Which I don't really care about those as much, but like, god damn it. I realized like yesterday, I was like, you know, it hasn't shipped yet. I could go through the effort to try and get this fixed. It's not even fucking worth it, man. At the end of the day, I mostly just care about the cards, and I'll just buy the like separate Zacian card. But yeah, then I also got a whole box of Obsidian Flames. But yeah, so for the tins, because I still need Quick Ball, still need Love Ball. Quick Ball was pretty reasonable. It was like, it was in the teens for pricing, right? So about what I'd expect. Probably it was like 17 or 18. Maybe a little bit overpriced, but nothing bad. The Love Ball, the cheapest one I could find was like $40. So I bought that on Amazon, which was a risk. Because Amazon's really bad about Pokemon cards. I've had really big issues with them before. Not even so, like anything scammy either. Just like ordering like a box or like a box of tins, the Pokeball tins, and I'm sending one and doing it multiple times in a fucking row. But also, I wasn't going to pay $40 for one tin. What's up, Dark? Welcome back. So, surprisingly enough, that tin, that came in today already, because of course it did, it's Amazon. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. That tin actually came in pretty much unscathed. I was expecting it to get like beat to shit, but again, it was like at least I'll have one and not be spending $40 on it. But yeah, it has like one tiny little dent, but it's like kind of towards the back of it, so it's fine. But yeah, once I get all that stuff in, we'll do another card opening stream. See if I can have the same luck with Obsidian Flames that I had with Paldean Evolved. Probably not. I'm probably just gonna get shit on the entire time, but we'll see. And maybe get some good luck with the Crown Zenith as well, since that's... I'm curious what I'm gonna end up getting in the Pokeball tins. Because you just get like three random packs. I don't know if they're probably not completely random, but like it's not like they're gonna be 3 of the newest packs or anything. Like I think a long time ago, back in like 2021 or something like that, when I bought some other Tims, 1 or 2 of them had XY evolutions in it, which was like crazy. Oh, Roz, will we ever see the shiny? Man, I sure hope so. I will have to take a short break in probably a few minutes here. Because I am working my laundry, because I forgot to do that yesterday. I've got to do a lot of things yesterday. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, I did swap them out. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, like 5 minutes. So I'll finish this set of eggs, then I need to go check on my laundry, but that'll only take me a minute. Oop, come on. Oh, I thought I had run into him and it stopped. That works. What am I hunting? I'm hunting for shiny Alolan Diglett. It's basically kind of similar to normal Diglett. We're just looking for the blue nose. It is darker with eggs. Yeah. Masuda Method and Shiny Charm, so it should be 1 in 512 odds. We're at over 650 now. But that's kind of okay. With how fast Grimer went, it's not too surprising this is going to take a little bit longer. Hunting Clefairy and Eevee, nice. Yeah, I'm like kind of really debating whether or not I even want to bother with the Alolan trades in Let's Go Eevee. In terms of shiny hunting them anyways. Since there is no way to make it better than full odds, and it's literally just standing there talking to someone, trading them Pokemon over and over again. Thankfully, with the Alolan form trades, you can just keep doing the trade over and over. You don't have to reset every time. The new Diglett form carried me in this game's story mode. I got a level 61 from Wonder Trading. Nice. Nope. Okay, so I'll hatch these last eggs here, or this last set of eggs, and then I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know, because I'll probably have to go do those trades. in order to finish my, getting all my Alolan forms. But also, man, part of me just wants nothing to do with that. So yeah, that might be one that just waits until I eventually get around to building some sort of auto presser with Legos and a motor. And I have no idea when I'm gonna actually have the motivation to do that. Oh, actually, going back to talking about PLA, I finally started breeding Porygon in Sword and Shield, so that way I can try and get a couple shinies out of that. Because in theory, if I can do that, I can get I can send them over into Legends Arceus and evolve them instead of having to like actually try and do trade evolution stuff and hoping I don't get screwed doing that. I can just load them into the game and use the item on them. Alright, put you away. Because that's technically the only trade evolution that I have left to get from Legends Arceus. Okay, I'm going to save real quick. And I'm going to do this to suspend it so that way I don't like lose my sandwich. So give me just a minute here. I need to go check my laundry. All right, back to recording. Back to this. Make sure this isn't too borked. There we go. Come on. But yeah, since Porygon, since the only way to shiny hunt it is in the distortions or whatever, and that's miserable to do. So it's just going to be easier for me to do it in Sword and Shield. I've been meaning to do it since the game came out, but just, well, let me get it back. I've been meaning to do it since the game was updated to support Pokemon Home, or Pokemon Home was updated to support the game. Because I guess originally, early on, we didn't know if we'd be able to take Pokemon from Sword and Shield and move into Legends Arceus. In fact, we were pretty sure we wouldn't be able to, because that's how Let's Go Eevee was. But since we can do that, I can just get myself a couple shinies in Sword and Shield, move them over, and then I can get shiny Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. Why does it look... Oh, fuck. I'm always, like, paranoid. My model is, like, messed up. It always seems like it's looking off in the wrong direction or something. Anyways. Yeah, I got a few of those done last night. I forget how many boxes I hatched. I gathered a whole bunch of them. But yeah, in theory, if I can get those done, I really don't have any reason to go back to Arceus. Unfortunately. I guess I do want to do another playthrough of it at some point. And try to use only unevolved Pokemon. Which is probably going to be brutal, but worst case scenario, I can just power level stuff and then cheese my way through. Yeah, waiting 40 minutes for, or up to 40 minutes for a distortion is no bueno. That's the thing. I think I've only maybe saw like one or two when I I did play through the game again on my own off stream, just so I could get my other form of Enamorus. But yeah, during that playthrough, I think maybe I only had like 1 or 2 distortions the entire time. Just because I was never sticking around in any area long enough for one to spawn. Beating Giratina also. I would like to, we'll see. Because I have a feeling that beating that final battle with only unevolved Pokemon might be extremely difficult. Even with like max level, max stats, all that. Because at the end of the day, they're unevolved Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I will definitely at least get to the point where you catch whatever the other legendary is that you don't end up picking. You hate that you have no shinies left to get from PLA. Yeah, I still have some, for sure. But it's such a... I don't know, that's a small number, but the ones I would actually like want to get, there aren't a whole lot left of. And I don't know, I don't like the massive mass outbreaks very much, to be honest. Like, they're okay, but I just don't like shiny hunting where I can't focus on one Pokemon. So, like, constantly, you know, hopping into a map with a massive mass outbreak and then checking all the ones that I actually, like, still need is fine. It's not awful, but I don't like doing that for long periods of time. Whereas, you know, I could go and do an outbreak for a few hours and that's fine. Not that you really ever needed to very often because, you know, they usually didn't take very long. That game gave you so many dupes. Yeah, I know, because I have some of them. But yeah, my like 5 or 6 fucking Badoo that I got during that time. It got to the point where I just stopped catching them. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want another Legends game, but I kind of just don't have a whole lot of reason to play through Legends Arceus again. Will Badoo be on my Babymon team? Probably. At least early on, probably. I think I will almost certainly, I don't think it's really cheating, but it's, I will definitely be using a Scyther, for sure. That'll probably end up being my main Pokemon. Because, I mean, hey, technically it's not fully evolved. Or not evolved at all, actually. Just want this shiny sound again. Yeah. Like, if this game at least had the particle effect that plays, like in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where, like, even if you can't identify that the colors are different on the Pokemon, it still has, like, these stars coming off of it. I would have been fine with at least just that. Just because so many shinies are so damn hard to tell. So when you hear the sound, you can panic instead of an FPS. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I had one of those yawns where, like, underneath your chin cramps up a little bit and then it doesn't want to go away. That was awful. Yeah, it was great to, like, hear that and then just try and go and find it. But we'll see. I could absolutely see them being weird and adding that back in the DLC, but it'll only be in DLC areas. Kind of like how they did with the following Pokemon in Gen 8 with DLC. Yeah, we'll see, because we don't know what the next game is going to be, so it could be a Legends game. Could be something like that next year. Though I would kind of prefer it if it's someone other than Game Freak making it. If only just because that way they're not, like, trying to make two games at the same time again. It's like, let another dev team, not Ilka, for the love of Christ, let them work on it. That way it can get, like, polished properly in everything. And then also, hopefully, whatever Game Freak's next game is would also be good. But we'll see, because it is Game Freak, and I'm sure they'll end up making whatever the next Legends game is. Honestly, miss having a game I was excited to get on every day, because nowadays gaming feels like a chore to me. Yeah, I definitely get that sometimes. Though I have been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors lately, and holy crap, the game's fun. I actually almost got a little bit frustrated with it, because my first attempt went terribly. I used, like, whatever character I was using. One, I didn't know the game, obviously, but also the character I was using was, like, the default character sucks. That, like, whip is so terrible. Like, if you can hit it, it's fine, but trying to actually hit shit with that is so annoying because you're trying to run around and also you also need to, like, be pointing in the direction with your character in order to hit something with it. Because it's not like a twin stick game, it's all you have is your movement. Which is annoying. But then my second attempt, I got another character. And it just, like, went super well. I think it's, like, the third character or whatever, I forget her name. But yeah, I pretty much got up to the, like, 10-minute mark in that first level, which is, like, a sudden difficulty spike. Or I think it's 11 minutes is where the real spike is, but, like, 10 minutes at first I was like, Because you get surrounded by that ring of flowers or whatever. I didn't realize that I could just face check that and just go through it. Jed, you're probably thinking about garlic. Garlic's a really good item in that game. Since it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it helps push away enemies. So especially with weaker enemies, you can get away with, like, not taking damage when you really should. But yeah, so I got up to that first, like, difficulty spike on the first level on my second attempt, and then it was, like, 3 or 4 or more, like, attempts later, and I still hadn't made, like, any progress against it. But now my last couple of attempts, I've gotten much further. And I actually, like, started unlocking new levels and stuff, too. Yeah, no, that game's really, really fun. Because it's not, like... There's not a lot to it, right? You're just running around. You don't have to actually control your weapons at all. So it's just a very, very simple game of just, like, try not to get hit. The only thing you control with your weapons is that if it's something that it attacks in front of you, then you have to try and keep that in mind. But it's not too bad. All the games I play nowadays are Paldean and Rocket League. Those games should come with antidepressants, I swear. Yeah, I can't do, like, competitive online stuff anymore. It just is not worth the being frustrated. I remember playing Rocket League when it, like, originally came out, and I, like, really enjoyed it, but I didn't play it online at all. I literally just played against the bots in, like, the offline campaign mode. Actually, I feel like calling it campaign is more than it deserves, because it's really just it's just like a tournament against bots. Yeah, it is cool to see Rocket League still be around, being that it started as such a, you know, a small dev team on it. It's owned by Epic now, so, you know, can't imagine why suddenly the monetization got so aggressive. Can't possibly imagine why that is. But it is cool to see those, like, small game success stories. The skill gap is so high in Rocket League. Yeah, that was... I didn't realize how absurd it was going to get, but that was part of the reason why I never even attempted multiplayer in that game. Yeah, some of the streamers I watch actually recently did play Rocket League again, and people in chat were making the joke of how, like, wow, it's crazy to see people actually on the ground ever. Because most of it now at high level is just so much like flying through the air and shit. It's really cool that, like, it's a very easy game to pick up, but also has that, that high skill gap, or, cap, rather. But, like, yeah. I think after this set of eggs, I'm going to take another quick break to hopefully be able to move my laundry into the dryer. So I'll have to take another quick, like, minute break. I'm champ rank right now, two ranks away from max, and I hate my life every day, but I'm addicted. Ah, that sounds like a regular addiction. Alright, we'll move these over. Alright, and then suspend the game again. And I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Hopefully for the last time for the stream. Where is it? Okay, this. Maybe I should get back into achievement hunting on my PS5 before I get high blood pressure. I miss doing achievement hunting more. I used to do it quite a bit. There it is. These online games bring out the rage I tried so hard to get rid of. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't really do anything online anymore. Because it's just not worth it. Yeah, I'm trying to... I don't remember how many games I 100%ed on PlayStation, but it was a good number of them. Granted, there were some games that I bought that were literally just achievement bait. Or what was that fucking My Name is Mayo or whatever the fuck? That's a few hours of my life that I'll never get back. But yeah, no, I enjoyed doing it, but then I started having a lot less time to play games, and also didn't want to keep buying games, especially with not having time for them. I didn't want to just be doing the trash games. But I do still do it sometimes. Not so much on PlayStation. Actually, I don't even have a working PlayStation right now. But you know, American Truck Sim, I only have one achievement left from the Oklahoma stuff. So I need to, just need to keep working on that. Or a car mechanic sim. I went through and got all the achievements in that. That took me way too long. But yeah, sometimes when there's a game that I really enjoy, I'll go in hard on it. I might do that with Vampire Survivors. We'll see. I've wanted to do that with other games too, like a Hard Space Shipbreaker, and I was just I finally got to the point with that game where it's God, the pressurization mechanic in this game just sucks. Everything else about that game, I love. It's a little bit, oops, right. I forgot to turn off my alarm after I went to go check my my laundry. But yeah, the game's a little bit tedious. Especially towards the end where you're literally okay, I've done 100 of these damn ships. I just want to finish the story. Also, it's annoying because the story just gets in the way most of the time. Because it just stops what you're doing for extended periods of time. It doesn't happen while you're playing. Well, some of it happens while you're playing the game, but there's a lot of it that happens where it's just I literally can't do anything but just listen to this person talk for 5 minutes. But yeah, I had 100%ed that game, and then a few months later they had a title update that didn't add any content, but added a bunch of achievements for shit that I already did. I was okay, That's cool. You guys suck. And I was going back to it, and then finally I just gave up on it. Because I was just like, okay. I just can't with that fucking one mechanic. I probably could have pushed through it if it wasn't for that, but... constantly having to be like, oh, okay, cool. There's this mechanic that there's literally no answer to other than hope stuff doesn't break. So I was like, okay. And then Power Washer Sim. I haven't decided yet if I'm ever going back to Power Washer Sim. I wanted to do the same with that, like try and 100% that. But, man, that game just takes so fucking long, especially solo. The later maps take like multiple hours each, and it's just like, okay. I really like this game, but this takes way too damn long. Shiny hunting is very similar. It's the same type of brain damage we put ourselves through. Yeah, just running in a circle for hours on end. Yeah, I don't know. There aren't many games that I 100% anymore. But if it's a game that I really like, and that's the other thing, I like just playing through story-based games nowadays. I just like, it feels like they're harder to just like pick up and put back down. So it's harder for me to get back into those. Like, I easily probably spent 100 hours in Car Mechanic Sim, and, you know, most RPGs you could probably beat, like, in that amount of time, right? That's a pretty long hunt for shiny hunting. Is that right? Yeah, okay, it is right, never mind. I was wondering if that pop-in box was correct. It is. I updated those last night, finally. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really want to go and not even to 100%, just play through World of Final Fantasy again. Or play through it at all. I never finished my original playthrough. Because that game was just, like, so much fun and so derpy. It was basically Pokemon, but Final Fantasy. But the fact that, like, you literally stack your party on top of your head is just hilarious to me. I think my last 100% was God of War Ragnarok. Nice. Yeah, I know the new God of War games have been really good. God of War is a franchise that I just never really got into. Despite the fact that I had a PS3, I never really got into any of the exclusives, other than, like, Gran Turismo. Infamous. I got into Infamous a little bit. I'll be a total chat and play some Viva Pinata. That'd be cool if they made another Viva Pinata game. That's one of those games that I would kind of like to go back and play. But I just don't know if I'll ever have the time for it. But if there was a new one, I would probably play it. Especially because it would probably end up being on Game Pass because it's rare. But there's almost no shot that it'll that there'll ever be another one, which is a shame. I actually love playing Viva Pinata. Yeah, no, I mean, from what I've heard, they're fantastic games. It's just they're a little bit dated, because that was early 360 era. Actually, I would assume they probably run on the new Xboxes, right? The Series consoles. Because it's on the Xbox One. Through the Rare Replay collection. Actually, yeah, it must, right? Because, didn't GoldenEye just get added to Rare Replay? Or not just, it's been a year or two now, I guess. I do find it funny that the GoldenEye ports don't support online except for the Switch version. For whatever reason. Let me take it back. I know why the Switch version works. I don't know why they couldn't be bothered to make it work on the other ones. Because since the Switch version just uses the N64 emulator built into the Switch, that already supports online play. So it already did all the work for the developers, but I guess for the other versions they would have to, like, specifically redo the online or whatever. You remember the 007 game that had a gun that was literally heat-seeking in the multiplayer? I don't remember that. I would assume that's either, like, GoldenEye or Nightfire. I think I played it on the GameCube or PS2, but I can't think of the name. Maybe it's Nightfire? That's the only 007 game that I can remember. But I think Nightfire was, like, early 360, so maybe not. Oop. Jump the gun on that one. Come on, Diglett. Alright. So I think we'll do one more box here, and we'll probably wrap up. Hopefully we can get this. God, please, can we get this? I'm still gonna have a lot of eggs left over anyways. Oh, come on. Nope. Yeah, I need to actually, I heard recently that the Xbox 360 store is actually going to be getting pulled offline, like, summer next year. I think anything that is backwards compatible on the Xbox One will still be available. But I need to actually go in and like finish buying all the all like the Mass Effect games and stuff for the 360, so that way I can eventually one day get around to 100%ing those. And then maybe I can pick up a Series S or something and play through the Legendary Edition or Collection or whatever. I think it is supported on the Xbox One, but like, I'd rather play that on a newer console. It might be Nightfire, he just unearthed some hidden memories for me. Nice. Yeah, that was the only thing that I could think of, but again, I've not followed the 007 games at all, so I wouldn't really have any idea. But yeah, my problem with trying to go back to Mass Effect is, so like I did Mass Effect 1, I've got that like 100%ed, and then I was working on Mass Effect 2, but I've noticed every once in a while, Mass Effect 2 at least, it'll just like skip a cutscene. Like, I don't know if it's duplicating an input or something for my controller, and it's like thinking I'm double pressing A or something like that. But specifically, the last time that I tried to play it, it skipped a cutscene that has a dialogue choice at the end of Thane's loyalty mission, which caused me to fail the loyalty mission, and then I was like, what the fuck? So I have just like, that was a few years ago, I've just not gone back to it since then. Because I don't know if I do it again, if it's gonna keep having an issue where it keeps on failing that mission. But yeah, that's one of like the big ones that I really want to go back to and like finish getting all the achievements in. Because actually I did that on PlayStation. I got all of the trophies in all 3 of the games. And then I wanted to go back and do it on my Xbox as well, since I have it. Might as well. And yeah, I don't know. Mass Effect is probably one of my favorite franchises of all time. And yeah, I don't know. I just really, really enjoyed it. So I want to go through and complete the original games again, do the Legendary Edition. I was playing through Legendary Edition on PC a little bit. But EA Play or Origin or whatever the fuck it's called now is a disaster. And basically every time I would go to play it, I would have to like re-log into my EA account and shit. I was just like, okay. And then at some point it like stopped showing it in my Xbox app, because I had it through Game Pass. And it just stopped showing it. I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. And so I ended up just uninstalling it. I was just like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to mess with the EA titles anymore. Even though I am kind of tempted to do that for Need for Speed Unbound. I want to play through that, even though I really don't like the art style of it. The mix of like the regular game's art style, but then also like the graffiti art is, I mean, I want to play through it because whatever, it's a free game anyways, or free through Game Pass. So, like, you know, give it a try, but I just don't think I'm gonna like it that much. But I really enjoyed Need for Speed Heat for as short of a game that was, and it really was a very mid game, to be honest. Like, the physics were not much fun. Again, it was very, very short. I felt like the customization really still should be a lot better than it was. Like, I bought the 90s Civic or whatever. I forget the, like, model codes for the Civics, sorry. Yeah, I bought that, and I was like, okay, cool. This is bound to have a ton of aftermarket parts, right? Because this is, like, peak tuner car era. Nothing. There's, like, oh yeah, there's headlights. And that, like, you can change the color of the lens, I guess. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there was basically nothing for it. I was just super disappointed by that. Need for Speed Underground is still peak. Yeah, Underground and Underground 2, man. Most Wanted was cool, but I will always kind of resent it because it started the thing where every fucking racing game needs to have cops now, and I don't fucking understand why, because it's never been a fun mechanic. Like, it was fun in Most Wanted because it was, or like Hot Pursuit, right? Because Hot Pursuit was entirely built from the ground up around that mechanic. Most Wanted, you know, was built from the ground up around that. It was one of the first ones to really do it in an interesting way in the open world. But now every fucking racing game does that, and it's just like, no, this isn't fun. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me just fucking race cars. I don't want to be dealing with this fucking police chase bullshit where I spend 30 minutes just trying to end the fucking race because these cops, I just, like, can't shake the cops. So I've always just, like, kind of had a little bit of resentment for Most Wanted because of it doing that. Also, it wasn't at night, which to me was just like, this is... Why would I want to race during the day? That just sounds like a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, Most Wanted was still great. I know Carbon is a... Carbon is, like, really good, too. I actually never played it. Maybe them have cops is to separate themselves from Forza Horizon. Oh, I think it's literally just they think they need to have cops because that's just how a street racing game has to be now. Because Most Wanted set that trend. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, oh yeah, we're different from Forza because we have cops, but like, hey, I think the main thing is just like, oh yeah, no, that's just what we have to do because we're making a street racing game. But yeah, I think the street racing stuff in and of itself would be enough to make the, you know, Need for Speed and Forza. That's nose or mouth? That's its nose. Yeah, I don't know. I would just love it if there was, like, more just competition in the racing game scene. Trying so hard to see it as a nose, but I cannot. If you look at the sprite underneath my my model in the music bar and stuff, that might be a little bit easier to make yourself see it. Also, you can see it sticks out there. Yeah, I don't know. The aesthetic of Need for Speed Heat was so good. Like, they nailed that, like, you know, kind of vaporwavy Miami, like, you know, the animations and the art style and stuff. It was, like, really, really, really good. It's one of the few games that might not be better in 60 FPS. Like, it might, just because of how it makes the animations look for, like, after you win a race or whatever, having that little bit of it not being smooth might actually be, like, good for it. Or actually just overall, like, the entire aesthetic of Heat was really good. So it might actually be better in 30 FPS than 60. But I haven't played it in 60, so probably not. But I did not mind it being in 30 on the Xbox One. The music in Need for Speed Heat was sick. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, it was a very short game. You can pretty much beat that story in, like, probably a couple hours. And it definitely felt like it was not finished. Like, the fact there's only, like, 2 dirt races or something. And overall, the physics were not good. Like, your car had to basically drift a little bit, otherwise it literally just would not turn ever. And it was just very stiff how everything worked. That's what I really like about the Horizon games. They, like, they're, you know, they're not necessarily realistic, but, like, it still feels way closer to being realistic than, like, a lot of the arcade game titles. It still feels like your car is, like, the physics are based in reality. Unlike something like Need for Speed Heat, where it's just like, this just feels not right. I've never been in a Forza Horizon game. I mean, they do take a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I've been in all of them, haven't I? I think so. I think I 100%ed as much as I could all of them. Because I think I got all the achievements in 1. I got most of the single player, if not all of the single player achievements in Horizon 2. Which, that took so damn long, because there's so many, like, championships or whatever they're called. And then, yeah, 3, 4, 5, I just, like, I played through all of those. Except I haven't done, like, a lot of, like, the update stuff for 5. I played 5 for a few months after it came out, and then it was around the time that I think they were introducing the first Chinese cars, and my friend was, like, their Game Pass was gonna lapse because they had just done the free trial. So I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm good then. I don't need to play any more of this. Maybe I'll come back to it someday. And I really haven't. But I am excited for the new Motorsport. New Forza Motorsport. Hopefully, for the love of God, be good. Anyways, though, I am going to wrap up there. We knocked out another 120 bucks, or 120 eggs. Still no shiny. We're getting up close to like 80% likely that I should have seen at least one shiny by now. But it's okay. We have to more than double this number of eggs to get up to Galarian Corsola, so we're still doing okay. But yeah, we'll see what my streams are gonna be, or when I'm gonna be streaming, moving in the future here. In theory, I'd like to say I'm gonna stream Thursday through like, Thursday and Friday. I probably will not stream Saturday or Sunday, just because I want to make sure that I can get that Diancie. But if I get that like really early on Saturday or something, then I'll probably stream on Sunday. We'll see. I do need to build up my Mew at some point for the Mewtwo raids. Also, I think maybe next Monday or next Tuesday, I might get my Pokemon cards in, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll just see. I mean, I'll be mostly working on this, and if we get this done, then I'll start working on Alolan Meowth. So, just a whole lot of breeding in the future. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I do definitely appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/PanicosGaming. As you can see, it's pretty much just this, just shiny hunting, occasionally some Pokemon playthroughs, but mostly just shiny hunting. Anyways, thank you guys again. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see y'all next time.